Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff sitting here. This is all from the Daily Grind Planner. Thanks so much to Daily Grind for sending this to me. We're going to go ahead and unbox everything and then start setting it all up. This is super cool. Daily Grind Planner, if you're unaware, is a 10-disc planner. It's a daily goal setting planner. I've been using it since 2023. And it is great for just like my daily tasks and keeping on top of goals in small micro movements every day. So I've been using that. They also have all sorts of different inserts. So if you're trying to focus on meals or fitness or various things, they have inserts for that. And then they also have the blank dot grid paper and stuff like that. So this has been such a fun planner to use. And today, instead of disc bound planners, they have it's kind of a hybrid, I think. I think it has discs inside it, but it's book-bound planners. So we're going to take a look at two of them, the regular sized and then the travel sized. Then they have new inserts. It's called Find Your Fairytale. So we're going to take a look at those and all of the matching stuff that goes with it. So there's a ton. I will list what I received down below, but there are I think 3 different covers in each size, and they're all different. This cover is not available in the large size and so on. So take a look at everything. Note if you use the Happy Planner or some other planner that's also disc bound, these are 10 disc planners. So Happy Planner is 9 disc for the classic, 11 for the big. So it is the same spacing between the discs. So classic pages can fit in here. They'll just be 1 disc short. So keep all that in mind as you think about it. By the way, code Amy Plans Things will save you 10% at Daily Grind always, and that's on top of their bundles and deals and stuff like that. All right, so many goodies. This is so cute. It's the Find Your Fairytale collection, so each of these is kind of based off of a different fairy tale or story, and this is really fun. All right, so go where your star calls you. Stars beyond the tower, and this looks like a book. And then on the back, your dreams are waiting for you. Okay, so inside, okay, I see. We have just this little thing. So this would be like a planner on its own, essentially, if you wanted it to be, but we're going to insert it into here so that you have your planner in here. And we have all the inserts that we'll be able to put in. This is just the planner case, essentially, the outside of it. If you want the inserts and stuff like that, usually the covers do have a bundle deal if you're going to get the inserts, so you can do that. But that is this cover. Let's look at the other cover and then the inserts, and I'm going to set both of these up today. All right, so I will list them down below. I forget what they're called. This one's about a garden. I don't remember what they're called at this point, but we will look it up and we'll list it all down below if you want to find the exact ones. But there are only 6 different designs, I think. So you'll be able to find it pretty easily. All right, unlock what waits within. Oh, the title's right here. Secrets of the Garden. This one's Stars Beyond the Tower. Okay, Secrets of the Garden. And then we've got this. Every hidden corner holds a truth ready to bloom. This is so pretty. Okay, so this is like a binder, but on the shelf, if you put it with all your other books, it's gonna look just like a book, which I love these because if I'm not using these as a cover on a certain month, I'm gonna have these be part of the decoration on my bookshelf because I just created this whole book nook area in this room, and it has all my books and some artwork and various other things, and these will be perfect on it. So this comes with the discs and the little translucent covers, and again, we'll stick it in there. And then this will close like that. Okay, super cool. All right, so with each of those, there are dividers that match each theme. So I did receive those for each of these. There are usually 4 dividers per theme, and you can get them or not get them. They keep them separate so that if you don't want them, you don't need to grab them. So for the travel size, the dividers are up on the top, and they have all these titles of things, as well as in a different set with like dates and stuff. Okay, so those are all the things. I'm not going to put anything on them right now, so I'll keep these for later. But let's go ahead and put these in. Now this one's interesting in that it has 2. It has a translucent part with the text, and then it has the artwork, which is kind of cool. Now these are pretty thick, so you're not going to want to put in all the tabs at once. I don't think it'll work very well. So I'm just going to do one set at a time, and then it just says Daily Grind on the back. All right, this one's a Dream Worth Chasing. And then that is the artwork on this one. And same thing, just purple on the back with Daily Grind. The world feels brighter now. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at these florals. All right, and then you were meant to glow. I see a little tower there with a window and light coming out of it. All right, so those are all the tab dividers for this one. All right, move that one aside. And let's check this one out. I also love that it has this pocket here, so you could like slide some extra stickers or some paper in. All right, so imagination takes you places. Let's get these all in. The discs don't bounce around as much once you have more things in it. It's like held more in place. Look at how pretty this is though, with this like archway and just that garden. I think it's so pretty. All right, find your own wonderland. With this little gate. I love that so much. All right, believe in impossible things. Can I line these up? So one thing I was thinking of is if this is more displayed on my shelf, it would be really cool to grab the artist paper because they have an insert that's artist paper, like thick watercolor type paper down the rabbit hole. And it is really nice, and it would be fun to do some art and then store it in the binder on the bookshelf. Oh, look at that bench. It's like the moss covering. That is so cute. Okay, and then again, it has some tab dividers. This time, oh, because those were top-down tabs. These are the side tabs, so they're a little bit differently shaped. Okay, got it. But these are all the tab dividers. So those are our planners, the planner covers. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything else. So we have stencils, and these make it really easy to use the planner. I'm gonna pull out my current planner just to show you how this will work after I show you all of these. So these do have punch holes in them on both sides, so you can put them in your planner and have them there. But they also line up with all your various things in the pages. They have some things like the butterflies, but they also have all these boxes. And these, okay, let's see. This one says 1, 2, 3 and has lines like this. This is going to fit your priorities, your top 3 of the day. Let's see. This one has these 10 spaces here. That's going to fit the top 10 goals of the day. So you can have it cover it over and just use your highlighter or marker or pen to outline however you want. Okay, there are 6 pieces of this stencil. Oh my gosh. All right, so there are those 2, and you can see all the different things. You have your little numbers here. You have a water tracker you could add. Like, there are so many options. And then we have this one, which has X's or circles with lines to add things in. A little floral, all sorts of stuff. All right, so let's grab, this is my current planner. I'm using one of the Luxe covers. The Luxe ones are great if you work in like a professional setting and you want something that looks really professional and isn't super flashy. They have these in a bunch of different colors. They are great, but this is my current planner. And see, we've got like decorated sections. Let's find a blank one. Okay, so here, let's just find pieces that will fit. Okay, so this, for instance, I don't want to take the time to put the stencil in and all of that, and it won't fit in exactly the same when you're trying to use it anyways, but see how that lines up? So you could just get your highlighter and highlight the way that you want it. Or if you're trying to add, see all these dots, if you're trying to add some little highlighted sections right there, you can use that. Let's see. So many different boxes just if you're creating your own page and everything like that. This one is the whole thing. So if you're doing not just the 10 on the left, if you want to highlight everything and not get the rest of the space, this will help you cover up everything, so you can just highlight all the way across and just get those sections. And with that, whoa, this is laid out like amazingly perfect. Okay, look at this. Okay, this is crazy. So when this is lined up here, all the numbers line up in the right spot there. I mean, the doodle stuff you may not want to put there, but these boxes line up here. This lines up with the hearts. The water tracker could go right below that. That's pretty cool. Okay, anyways, those are meant to use in your planner. They also have one of these that is the travel size to match that little one. Okay, putting my current planner away. All right, next up, we will look at the insert because I love the inserts. They're so fun. Normally there's like a spring insert and a winter insert, and they have all sorts of like the seasonal stuff. This is different. They also have the inserts for like fitness and habit tracking and all those different sorts of things, but this is different. Inserts normally sell out if they're like the seasonal ones. I have a hunch that this is probably more like the seasonal ones. The fitness ones and stuff will restock typically, but seasonal does not. So I would guess this is going to sell out, and it'll sell out fast if it is like the others that have happened. Okay, so welcome to your fairy tale. This insert was created for you, the one standing at the beginning of a new chapter. Inside these pages, you'll find gentle structure to help you slow down, reflect, and imagine what comes next. So this one is kind of spring. Spring does not rush you into change. It is spring inspired. Your fairy tale does not start somewhere far away. It begins here with the small decisions you make each day. Okay, and then this is what you'll find inside. So none of that we have to put into the notebook, but Chapter 1, discover the story that guides you. So it has a little story quiz. That I love these little quizzes, and then they give you like little suggestions for how to move forward through the season. So I will do that on my own later because I'm not going to sit here and do the whole quiz with you, but that's pretty fun. So then you add up your quiz results, and then if you answered mostly, blah, blah, blah. And then so it has a page for each of the types and tells you what kind of season You might want to have rituals and quests. That's so cool. Quests, I love it. Let's all take on side quests. Monthly planning and goals. So this month's goals, and they have like a monthly calendar that's all decorated and stuff. That is super cute. A little bucket list. That is really fun. All right, this month's intentions. Then here's an example habit tracker. Now, I do habit tracking in a different place, so I never use this page, but if you're new to habit tracking, this is a great way to try it out and start. All right, this month's goals again. So they have different prompts on the bucket list. Okay, so since this is a seasonal thing, you could use this more months than just one. So look, different prompts on this bucket list. Cool. And then we've got a habit tracker. And then here is restoring the magic. Let's see. Restore the magic of your days. And it gives you an example. And then you can fill it out there. My perfect spring morning. How cute. Okay. The books, movies, and playlists are always the funnest part because in this it has like playlists for you depending on what you answered in your quiz. And that's kind of fun to look at, to get some good book suggestions if you're looking to read more, or movie suggestions and things like that. So, for instance, like if you answered mostly A and you're the Songs of the Forest, these are some books for you, and so on. And then there's a little book log. And a different way to do it, the Spring Reading Challenge. Super cute. And then here's your watch list. And then here's the when you write down exactly what you want to watch. Then here is a marathon log for tracking all your movies. And then a movie challenge. All right, here are playlists that have been created by Angie. And they're available on the Daily Grind Spotify, but they list it here as well for you. All right, and then there's always a section with recipes and like drinks and sweet treats and things like that. And so I love that she's been making these, and I don't drink, so there's a mocktail alternative, and I definitely love making yummy drinks and sipping on them and having friends over and all that kind of stuff. And so this is a great way to do that and have something a little more fun. So definitely we'll be trying these out. That is so fun. So there's 6 drink options and then a whole bunch of baking and cooking items. Oh my gosh, orange cardamom sugar cookies. That looks great. Okay, so a lot of just fun options for like trying something new into your spring routine for this one. But they come out seasonally and have a whole bunch of different options, which is really fun. Okay, so we're going to put a few of these into the big planner in a minute. But first, we have these. Okay. So there is a set of 6 washi tapes and then 2 sticker books. Now, if you don't use the Daily Grind Planner, you still can totally use these tapes and this sticker book. If you don't use the Daily Grind Planner, you will not want this one because this one matches the spacing of the stickers or the spacing of the planner in the planners because it is the functional one. This one is like all the decorative stickers, and they're nice and small, so they fit in a lot of small spaces. So if you use a small planner or a small notebook, like a traveler size notebook, that would be great for you. Okay, so first, stickers or washi tapes? Washi tapes. Okay, so there are 3 functional ones and 3 decorative ones. This one has gold foil numbers on it. Can I find where it starts though? And it is numbers all the way up to 31. So this would work well for the date. So if you're doing like a gratitude log and need all the numbers going all the way down the page or something, this would be a great one for you. It's kind of hard to see with the foil. Then this one is a like checkbox. And then this one is just a, what I'd call a base tape, which can be used with anything. It doesn't have any big design on it, but it's very cute. Has like darker purple, a gold foil, and then a lighter purple. Now these three I absolutely love. They are little like foresty designs and they're so cute. So I'm going to lay them out and then I'm going to zoom all the way in so you can see up close with all these tapes. Okay, so just trying to find the edges on these. So these are all pretty thin. I wonder how wide these are. Let's see. I'm going to find a 10 millimeter tape, which I know this one's a 10 millimeter tape. And this is the same size as these. So these are 10 millimeter. These are a little smaller. I would guess that these are 8 millimeter. Just in case that matters to you. I have no clue. These are a little bit skinnier than those. But these are so cute. There's this like little picnic scene in this one with like a bee's nest. And then this one has that little closed gate. It is so cute. Okay, moving in, doing my best. All right, there we go. You see those? Oh, you can see the gold really well here too. So those are the 6 tapes and they come in a pack. Okay, zooming back out and plugging my phone back in so the battery doesn't die. Okay, let's look at the stickers. Okay, so many tapes. All right, putting those aside, I will flip these side by side since they kind of go together. So they should have kind of matching things going on. All right, so first we have just a little page talking about different, oh, maybe they don't match up all the way. This might be different. Let's see. Maybe they do. Maybe it's in a different order. I don't know. Okay, but there are 10 chapters in this one. And this talks through the story. That's so cool. Is this sticker paper too? I think this is a sticker. A big purple translucent sticker. Cool. Okay. Anyways. All right. Just looking. I'm just going to flip through them separate. Okay. It's a change from how they used to do them. All right, so these are all the ones with like the gates and things. That's super cute. A little map. All right, here's chapter 2, The Quiet Woods, and we've got this kind of weeping willow trees, some hummingbirds and forest animals. And I found some of these stickers on these are really great for Dutch doors. So like the log, we've got 2 hummingbirds facing different ways. They're not exactly the same size, but the beak is pointing out, you know, like it's kind of similar. So it would work out. And the trees and stuff like that. Oh, look at this one. This one's so cute. And again, looking at like Dutch door options because you get 2 pages of stickers. Like we have a garden sign here. We have a garden sign there. They're not 100% symmetrical, but you can make do with a lot of these stickers. All right, this one's really cute with like the stacked cups and the little potion bottle. All right, this one's Starbright Hallow. We've got the Midnight Moment. That is a fantastical tower. All right, where the lights lead. The moonlit path. This is so cute. Oh, I love the saxophone. If anyone's new here, I majored in saxophone performance way back when in college. Chapter 9, Home at Last. This is super cute. Your Ever After. Very cute. Okay, so this one does have titles at the top, so you can find which one it goes with. But it is all the functional stickers, priorities and goals. It has the timestamp, dates here, and then it goes to the next one. Okay, so it does, let's see, Tales of Bloomshire. Do we have one that it matches here? I just want to know. The only other one that's like, my guess would be this one. This one says Chapter 3, Where Things Take Root. So the titles are not quite the same, but my guess is that these two would go together. Okay, moving on. So it seems to be 3 pages per theme for all the functional stickers. So let's just flip through these and then we'll go ahead and set up some pages. So you can see every 3 pages follows the same pattern, just with the different color schemes. You'll notice they all have the punch marks here, so you could pull out some of them and put into your planner. Like if you're going to be traveling or something like that, but still wanted to bring some stickers along. They're all pre-punched for you. All right, so those are the sticker books. That is everything. Now we can get creative and play with it all. All right, so we are going to set up some pages in this planner. I have not really used a travel planner that much yet. I tried it out at the very beginning and then quickly went back to the regular size. I think it might be time to jump into the travel size planner again. So let's just go ahead and grab like a month and start setting up for May to use this one. I feel like that's got to be at least a month. There we go. Okay, I knew it. And we're going to go ahead and put it in this first place. Don't need that one. All right, so just as with the dividers, too much paper and you won't be able to push them in easily into the discs. So I take a little stack. I mean, not super little, but not the entire thing. All right, we'll take out a few of these as we decorate, but I think this will be a fun one to decorate and get set up for May and have this little one to carry around. And they also have a bunch of really fun inserts for this size as well. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and put some lined paper. And then some graph paper. All right, so let's just get a couple of pages. Let's do these two. Decorate a week ahead page and a monthly page. And I'm not going to use stencils today. I'm just going to use stickers and tapes. We're going to use, I just think this one is so cute with these bees. I mean, with the little beehives and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And put it all the way across the bottom, because why not? That's super cute. Okay. All right. Now let's go find the stickers for it. It's these ones. Looking for ones with yellow. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're going to do this one second. We're going to get any functional stuff that we want down first. So I'm just going to go ahead and start laying this down. Now, I always turn it sideways so that I can get a better view of where I'm placing the sticker. By the way, ignore the red Clifford Band-Aid on my finger. Oh my God, you guys. I was doing laundry. How did I do this doing laundry? Well, let me tell you. I was trying to pick up some laundry off the floor to find something specific. So I was like picking it up to like sort through it. And somehow, while picking up soft clothing, my nail decided to snap in half, like on the finger, like where it's not supposed to like break. And now part of my finger is exposed and tender because of course there's no nail covering it. And how the heck did that happen? Just picking up laundry, picking up some clothing. Like what the heck, guys? So I've got a Clifford Band-Aid on it, and it's going to be a while before I can paint that nail again because it's so darn short and trying to grow back out again. So wee. I was so confused how it happened. All right. Here we go with that. And then, so this is slightly spaced differently than the larger ones. So sometimes this is a little harder to fit everything. So this one, let's see. We're going to put it right there. And let's put an arrow with it because I like the little arrows. And then because we can, let's cover over the weekend sticker here. I'm going to go ahead and put some of these down on days that I know we typically have something going on, for like the little label for that. All right. So now we can put some of the decorative stuff in here. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and start laying out stickers in all the places. That like honeycomb, I want this bee over it with its little trail lines going. And then the honey sticker should totally be dripping from up here. We will have a tiny bit to trim. Didn't quite line it up, but that's okay. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and fill in some things while leaving some space, right? Because I need to be able to write in this. This is nice and skinny. I don't want to take up too much space. But we want some decoration in here. I actually might put some of these over here just to match the color. We definitely need a little beehive. Looking at all the things that we want. All right. Let's get a few more honeycombs in here because we put one down. Probably should put more than one for like making it more cohesive. That would make sense. So we've got there, there, and then over here. There. Okay, we have another bee. So I'm just gonna make it a thing where I kind of layer them so that it's like over each other. That's the great thing about clear stickers. You can really do that all you want to. Okay, what do I feel like we're missing? I feel like I need to get some of the color there, and then we'll see. All right, so in the past, I have tried to decorate my whole planner before the month started, and that's actually worked out really well for me. So since this is going to be what I'm using for May, I think I will try over the next week or so to decorate the whole thing. And this will be like decorating on my own, but I will show you all when I finish decorating it, because decorating the smaller size is newer for me and it's fun. And we'll see what I can come up with little stickers and big stickers and highlighters and doodles and all sorts of stuff. So that could be really fun to do, but I will show you guys all the end result. Okay, yeah, that pulls it together a lot. We do have a honey drip there, so what if we add another honey drip like here? Now it would be perfect if it would go all the way across. That would be pretty cool. I feel like I need something else over here somewhere. So first, let's put a little skinny flower there. And there we will put a signpost. And then I feel like Tuesday's missing something and we need something else down here. So we need well, I mean, yes, you've got to be there. And then Right there, we've already got a honey pot, so not another honey pot. How about just another small flower? Because we've got some flowers on the other side. Help pull it all together a little more. All right, and there we go with our little spread. Look at that, that is so cute. For our first weekly spread and daily spread for May. That is adorable. Okay, well, as I mentioned, all of this is available now at the Daily Grind Planner. Code Amy Plans Things will save you 10%. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.